Hello, investor and trader. Welcome back to an episode. So we have to talk, okay, about the stock market, what's going on right now, and other YouTubers on YouTube, especially for those channels that has over 200k sub. For the investing community on YouTube, if your channel has over 200k, I consider you a pretty big, channel for the investing community wise. So what I want to say is my honest opinion. You can take my opinion as a different angle, how I see the market and other YouTubers and how they handle during this tough time in market decline. So let's get started, okay? So to give you back a little bit of history, I want to show you guys this post real quick. So this is my own personal Instagram. No, I'm not promoting my Instagram. I just want to show you guys my very first post, okay, about my account at that time. Okay, you notice here the date that of my very first post, August 5th, 2015, almost 7 years ago. So I've been in the market quite a while already, you can see. So back then I was a college kid, only several $1,000s to my name at that time. And these are the stocks I had during that moment. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is this right here. I want to show you guys. So let's go to the QQQ. Remember, that's August 5th, right? My very first post, 2015. So let's go back a little bit of history. This is 2015 right here, agreed? Now here's the month. See that month right there? August. Right after I made that post, guess what happened to the overall market? It tanked, and it tanked pretty hard. For those that recall, because of China. So I've been through this correction. I've been through this correction. I've been through this correction, and I've been through this correction. I also been through this correction, so on and so on, right? But no, you know what's funny? I never have a margin call before. Why? Because I did my research, the risk to reward and what to expect and stuff like that. Stock don't just go up in a straight line. It goes in waveform, up and down, like a cycle. The more the stock goes up, the more I gotta go back down, right? Especially parabolic stocks. So, that being said, QQQ right now, as of today, it just barely tanked like less than 15%. We are like 13-14% correction. But yet the whole YouTube community already freaking out. Why are they freaking out? Because they invest or bought the stock that's high risk, high reward. That's the price you gotta pay for it, right? So my question to you is this: are you prepared for the stock to go down to here? Let me get my support ready right here. For the QQQ go down to 330. Remember, the QQQ is pretty much the representation of the Nasdaq, the growth stock, or the high flying stock, or whatever, among with the mega cap. So right now we at 350. Are you prepared for 330? Yes or no? And next question: are you prepared for 260? Yes or no? Ultimately, are you prepared for 200? Yes or no? Right? If all these answer is no, I don't know why you're in the stock market for. Because these are the risks to reward you need to look for. Stock don't just go up in a straight line, you see? This right here, to me, is like, it's kind of gone parabolic. Notice here, once in a while, like every other year or so, the stock almost touched this green moving average right here. Remember, this is the monthly chart, not the daily or the weekly, right? This is a very high time frame. See, it's almost touched this moving average. And look again right here. It's almost touched it again, you see? Look right here. It kind of like almost tapped, but not yet. It's not going to be exact, but you get the idea, right? That's why I'm asking you. Are you prepared if the stock fall down to here at 250, 260, 270, whatever? Another 20 plus percent correction. You know what I mean? I hope the answer for you guys is yes, because that is a possibility that could happen. 2021, the overall index, Nasdaq, SPY, Dow, all gained pretty good, double-digit gains. That's kind of rare, you know what I mean? The average S&P return for the past 30, 50 years is around 8, 9, 10%. Lucky 11, 12%. But last year we gained the Nasdaq alone or the SPY double digit in the 20% range return. So what does that mean? Well, it cannot go up another 20%. If it did, oh my god, that'd be so scary, right? But thank goodness that didn't happen. Now we finally have a little pullback, a little 15% micro pullback, but yet the YouTuber community already start freaking out. I think I know why they're freaking out, right? Because stocks such as this right here, right, from 170 all the way down to 24, that's the crash, or known as the bubble pop. right? Now, you recall I did make a video and the post. You're here. Let me go up a little bit. And I made a warning sign for all my friends and family. Right here. So I made this post. Oh, this is the text message, first of all, on July 29, 2015. And I mentioned all these stocks. Now, these are just some examples. There's plenty more, right? The whole list is crazy. But notice what they have in common. Well, first of all, let's talk some of these stocks, right? Apple. Notice I mentioned Apple in here too. DocuSign, Square, Now, DD, Teladoc, Tesla, Peloton, PDD, Pinterest, Zoom, so on and so on. Remember, this is back in July when I make this warning, and then I show this right here. Now, I made this post back in December. Can you see it? December 5th right here. DocuSign right here, it went from 135, and I did say in that video, if you watched this video, I did make a video about it on my YouTube channel about it. Where is it a buy? I think the name of it right here. Watch that video. If you haven't watched it, I did say I wouldn't buy it. Guess what happened? DocuSign right now is like what 120 something. It's even lower. But during that moment, December, these stocks are already hammered, right? Agreed? Look, Zoom 191 back December. Now it's like what 150, 140. I don't know. Could go low as a one. Look at Teladoc 96. Now it's like 75, even lower than this. Square. Now Square is like 118, 120. You see what I mean? It get lower. The only one that has not really popped the bubble yet was the EV sector, and I did mention about in here. EV sector holding over pretty good, and again, it is a bubble, so be careful. So my question for you guys is it a buy right now? Well, it depends how you approach it. You have to know your strategy and your plan. Don't just follow these YouTubers trying to catch a falling knife. They keep getting burned average their cost down, right? Nothing wrong with that, but you need to know how to do it too. For example, right, like TTCF, very popular among YouTubers. So I see a lot of YouTubers start buying it in the 17 because it was 20 something, right? And they bust on the 16, they bust on the 15, they bust on the 14, the 13, another 12. Now, let me ask you this: will you keep doing that if it tank all the way down to 97 bucks? You'd be out of buying power pretty quickly, unless you have unlimited spending power, buying power, right? Now, not to mention about margin call too. Now, that's another topic. Right now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are getting margin call. That's when you leverage too much on these high growth stock with no proven, you know, revenue and net profit, operating margin, so on and so on, free cash flow and stuff like that. It's just high risk, high reward. Now, nothing wrong with investing in these high growth stock. The question is, do you know when to average your cost down? Okay. From my honest opinion, you can take this as a grain of salt or not. Is how I would attack it if I were in your situation. If you did bought TTCF or any of these stock when it was higher evaluation. Let's say like let's call it Pinterest. It's more less a little bit risk than Peloton. We all know what happened to Peloton, right? So let's just say right here again. This is my honest opinion on how I would approach it. Okay. Now remember, there's a monthly chart, not the daily, not the weekly, the high time frame. Okay. Notice right here. Let's say you decide to buy in the 50. Like the first major gap down, I believe, a couple of months ago. Let's go to the daily. I think like right here, yeah, gap down right here around the 50s. Okay, that's for an example, right? So you bought something in the 50. My next question is, okay, when do I average my cost down? From my experience, more than 7 years in the stock market and how I dig my way out. Because at first I didn't know how to dig my way out. I would buy, okay, 50. I'll buy some at 45. I buy some at 50. Oh, I'll buy some at 30. All these random price target, and then eventually I'm out of buying power, and I'm stuck, right? Or unless I fund my money, and then I'll use margin to dig my way out. Such a bad idea, but hey, you gotta get burned in this game in order to learn your lessons, right? So I think for me again, the best to average the cost down is when you're down 40, 50, 60% on your first initial entry point. So you buy something at 50. Wait for it to go down. Right now, probably a good time to buy in the 30, right? Look at the support right here. Where's the next one going to average the cost down? Well, just use the chart. The next one is very obvious. Is right here. around the low 20, right? Ultimately, if that breaks the 10 down here or near the 10, so 50 first entry, second entry is right here around the 35, right? Next one is right here on the 20. Next one down here 10, right? That way you have one buying right here, another buying right here, another buying right here, and ultimately another buying, like 4 buys. That's it. You don't need to buy. Remember I told you guys on my last video about this guy on YouTube? He was buying Baba at 250, 240, 230, 210, 220, 200, 180, 170. He kept buying all the way down to 110, and eventually he pulled the plug. He gave up. That's not how you catch a falling knife. You're just gonna get killed like that. Now, you haven't watched my video how I catch a falling knife. I highly recommend it because it's the same thing. This is known as catching a falling knife, isn't it? Like these stocks are falling right here, not just Alibaba, other growth stock too. All you do is just use the daily and the weekly and the monthly instead of the intraday like I use the 5 minute. You guys gonna use the daily, right? And then the weekly keep on falling. Find out where all these key level support. Now let's look at the weekly. It already broke all these key level support on the weekly. What do? It's very easy. You just go to a higher one, right? Right here, the monthly. Now if it breaks the monthly, what do you do next? Well, just look at the previous high and start drawing lines, right? And estimate it and calculate your move. Can Square fall down to here, as I mentioned in my other video, in the previous video? Yes, absolutely, 100. Look, it's already 118. There's only $18 more to go. If Square missed some numbers, just like Netflix, you guys saw Netflix miss numbers? They barely missed. Well, except for the future guidance, but their stock tanked 22%. From here to here is more than 22%, right? So Square can easily fall down to here. Let me draw the next one, another line. Square can easily fall down to here if it wants. In the 80s, this range right here. Is that possible? Heck yeah, it's possible. Look at these monthly. Look at the stochastic. Look at the RSI. It's still sloping down. It's not even curving. I mentioned many times. This has to curve, right? To see some kind of confirmation that reverses the upside. You see? Or it could fall down to here and go sideways like it did to here. You see how it fall down and like almost a 1.5 years just consolidating and then finally break out again. It can happen. So are you prepared for that? Are you prepared for Square to go down to 180? Worst case scenario. And are you prepared if it goes sideways for a very long time, right? Now let me give you another popular stock that back in 2015 was very popular among YouTubers also during that time. It's GoPro. Look at this thing. Just fall and look at it just go sideways for like years. Pretty crazy, huh? So you need to ask yourself all these possibilities to the downside. A lot of people don't talk about downside. All they talk about the upside. Dude, you got to do both sides, up and down, to see your risk to reward. You know what I mean? So, what stock am I going to buy during this correction? Well, there's some stock that I'm watching right now is get very attractive. And I did start a position already. Is Amazon. I bought some, not in this account, obviously. You can see today, right? I did no activity on this account. But I did buy some Amazon. I'm going to share later on my future video. I did buy some Amazon today around $28.50. Just what the price is today. I also did buy some Facebook around $304, $303 right here. And also bought some THO around $86, $87 right here. I know not to buy it up here for sure, or right here, right? You watch on my other video how I trade or how I invest. I don't buy when stock has this kind of run up. I would wait for the pullback. Slowly, I average my costs in and stuff like that. And also, I don't just buy like high growth stock. I trade them, but I would not invest in them. Such as coin is a very good one. See how now it's breaking down. Remember, there's a monthly chart. Let's go to the weekly. Easier to see the picture. See, now it's breaking down. The key level support was right here. So these stocks, I don't like to buy or invest because it goes against my investing philosophy or my strategy. You know what I mean? You have to find out what your strategy. Don't just listen to other YouTubers when they buy and sell. Especially the one that make like top 5 stock to buy now, like every single month. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, it's cool with it. They get views, of course they get views, but do they bring value to you or not? That's another question, right? So we see bounce. Now break below 220, down. So nope, I'm not touching that one yet. Let's see another one that I can think of, very, very popular among YouTubers. Um, Beyond Meat, plant-based. Same thing, right? People start buying this below 100. Now it's at 61. Same question for you guys again. Are you prepared for this to go to 50? Right here. It's almost there already. Right here. Or 40 something. Well, right here, right? It hit it here. It hits here. And now it's almost right there again. Now can it hit to here? Because this is the next one right here, right? It hits right here and right here to 50. And then worst case, are you prepared for it to break down? Again, only you know the answer for yourself. So from what I see is this market correction is very healthy. Nothing wrong with it. It can tank all the way down to here, and I'm still okay with it because I already have a plan and a strategy, right? You watch my other video on my main account. You guys know exactly what I'm holding and how many cash I have. I haven't even touched my margin account yet, as in the margin balance. I'm waiting. You know what I mean? Be very patient, just like how you catch a falling knife, right? You need to wait for confirmation. You need to wait for reversal signal, so on and so on. As I mentioned on my video over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, hopefully you guys navigate through this tough time and hang in there. Don't go so heavy on margin, especially during this market sell-off. Now, so yeah, just think about here, here, and here. Ultimately, worst case, down to here. Are you prepared for that? Only you can know the answer for yourself, right? All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.